Good morning and vanakkam. In this video, we're going to be reading from Dancing with Shiva, Hinduism's contemporary catechism, written by Sadhguru Sivaya Subramania Swami, a richly illustrated sourcebook of Indian spirituality in question and answer form, exploring how to know the divine, honor all creation, and see God everywhere, in everyone. Today's lesson is lesson 26, and we'll begin by reading the caption to the facing image. With the red and white walls and towering gate of a temple behind him, a soul hovers in perfect poise, hands in graceful mudras that indicate he is fully aware of his inherent oneness with God Shiva, his radiant essence and immortal identity. Lesson 26. What is our individual soul nature? Shloka 26. Our individual soul is the immortal and spiritual body of light that animates life and reincarnates again and again until all necessary karmas are created and resolved and its essential unity with God is fully realized. Om. Bhashya. Our soul is God Shiva's emanational creation, the source of all our higher functions, including knowledge, will, and love. Our soul is neither male nor female. It is that which never dies, even when its four outer sheaths, physical, pranic, instinctive and mental, change form and perish as they naturally do. The physical body is the Annamaya Kosha. The pranic sheath of vitality is the Pranamaya Kosha. The instinctive intellectual sheath is the Manomaya Kosha. The mental or cognitive sheath is the Vijnanamaya Kosha. The inmost soul body is the blissful, ever-giving wisdom Anandamaya Kosha. Parashakti is the soul's superconscious mind, God Shiva's mind. Parashiva is the soul's inmost core. We are not the physical body, mind, or emotions. We are the immortal soul, Atman. The sum of our true existence is Anandamaya Kosha and its essence, Parashakti and Parashiva. The Vedas expostulate. The soul is born and unfolds in a body, with dreams and desires and the food of life, and then it is reborn in new bodies, in accordance with its former works. The quality of the soul determines its future body, earthly or airy, heavy or light. Om Namah Shivaya. Good morning and vanakkam. In this video, we're going to be reading from Living with Shiva, Hinduism's contemporary culture, written by Sadhguru Sivaya Subramania Swami. 365 daily lessons based on ancient Vedic laws, disclosing how to approach family, money, relationships, technology, food, worship, yoga, and karma to live a truly spiritual life. Today's lesson is lesson 181, and the topic is responsible chaperoning. I describe the importance of chaperoning in Nandinatha Sutra 149. Shiva's followers accept the serious responsibility of guiding the private and social life of their children. They chaperone and monitor friendships to help ensure that young ones grow up safe and celibate. An Indian lady once told me what she considered to be her most important duty in life, that she would never ever let her daughter out of her sight until she was married and well settled. Someone asked, "Don't you trust her?" The lady's answer was no. Why do swamis of traditional orders like ours go out only in pairs? Is it because we don't trust them? We trust the soul and we trust them individually, but we don't trust worldly people they might encounter who would love nothing more than to deter them from their dharma. We follow the ancient traditions so that problems don't arise. Many parents are faced with the dilemma of sending children off to college for a higher education at the risk of their exposure to undesirable influences. I tell my devotees, if you want your son and daughter to attend the university, you should, if at all possible, move into a home near that campus so you can be close to them and keep them from getting into trouble, share meals with them, monitor their friendships. You will be investing a lot of money to put them through school, and if you are not there, you will be investing a lot of worry. If sending them to a far-off school is unavoidable and you cannot move to a home nearby, remind them to at least perform simple puja every day and tune into a picture of you and of the family guru and the gods of our beautiful religion. The object of going to college, you can explain, is to learn what they need to learn and come out the other side as a professional, able to make their way in the world. So explain to them that they are not going to college to make friends, to join sororities or fraternities, or to get sidetracked in any way by the temptations of the world as it is today. Encourage them to treat everyone the same, with a happy smile, to not take sides, to not like one person more than another. There is a wonderful lady from the Tamilian community who sent her two sons off to the University of California, and every day, to stay close, she cooked a meal for them, packaged that meal, and sent it by courier to their apartment 400 miles away. Another pattern that has worked in our congregation is for young people to marry and then, as a married couple, move near a university for the husband to attend school. Then he is naturally chaperoned by his wife as they grow up together. Many children don't follow their parents' religion, don't want to be sheltered or restricted, and want to leave home in their teens and go off on their own. I say that if you have really made the religious teachings a part of your life, you will naturally be able to convince your family and friends of those wonderful truths. Your youth will see the wisdom of not going out without a chaperone, be it an adult or a trusted peer. If you can't convince your family of the teachings, that shows that they are just intellectual thoughts that in practice don't mean anything to you. I watch for those in my international congregation who can do this, who are deeply involved, active and committed members who can bring others along the path that they themselves have trod. And I watch for those indifferent and apathetic who can't and are just hanging on because of the social benefits or the mystique. Sutra 181 of the Nandinatha Sutras. Keeping science ethical. Shiva's devotees who are scientists are protectors of humanity and stewards of the earth. They must never compromise their ethics for financial rewards or release inventions before proven safe and beneficial. Om. Good morning and vanakkam. In this video, we'll be reading from Merging with Shiva, Hinduism's Contemporary Metaphysics, written by Sadhguru Sivaya Subramania Swami. 365 enlightenment lessons from a mystical master, revealing the depths of Raja Yoga, the clear white light, the states of mind, and the ultimate spiritual destiny of every seeker. Today's lesson is lesson 181, and the topic is meditation's great obstacle. Things that you cannot face in yourself, you will hate when you see them in someone else. To counteract this, your universal love, the platform for self-realization, must be awakened into the emotions of the instinctive mind and filter out into the conscious mind. So, as you are meditating and the various aspects of your subconscious come up, face them positively, reprogram them beautifully, and they will settle back into simply a memory pattern, resolved and incapable of disturbing you again. If you see something in someone else you do not like and it is affecting you emotionally, sit down and face it within your own subconscious mind. The sore spot is located there. If you feel someone is doing something that you do not think he should be doing, and this really gets on your nerves, just know that under the right circumstances you may do the same thing because the tendency to react to it is there in your subconscious. Get into yourself and reprogram that area of your subconscious with good, positive affirmations. Firm up your lifestyle. Be more strict with yourself. Use your willpower and think positively. Do not allow a weak link in a chain of habit patterns to bar your spiritual unfoldment even for a moment. Sometimes we detect the weak link in our own chain by looking into the lives of other people. If your parents are living the type of life that grates on your nerves, begin to realize now that perhaps when you become their age, you may live a similar life. The grating effect that you feel indicates that the seeds of that kind of life are just coming up and you are trying to suppress them by criticizing your parents, whereas what you should be doing is strengthening yourself through having compassion toward them. One of the biggest barriers on the spiritual path is to dislike our own subconscious as we become familiar with it. We must watch this pitfall very closely. The subconscious mind is not an enemy. It is just a well-used piece of equipment that we are renewing. If we make an enemy out of the subconscious mind and walk around hanging our head, wondering why this happened and why that happened, and if it were not for the subconscious, I would be further along the path, we are simply programming the subconscious to become an even more formidable barrier. Instead, we have to bless the subconscious mind and look at it as a vital tool to help us in our spiritual evolution. Take a mountaintop attitude. If you are having a difficult day, tell yourself, I'm working with my subconscious mind. Admittedly, things are not working out very well for me today, but I think I will have it all adjusted by evening. Run to the store, buy a lot of paper, do a lot of writing and burning and clear up various subconscious areas and release awareness to soar within again. This is called the Vasana Daha Tantra. The point I want to make is, do not fear the subconscious mind. Realize that it has not been programmed as it should be. Therefore, the program has to be changed. Realize that your superconsciousness is the master programmer. Get busy and reprogram your subconscious through the power of affirmation. You can do it through the powers of meditation. Of course, there is a portion of the subconscious mind that remains more or less the same, handling the instinctive, involuntary processes of the physical body. But by following a sattvic diet, which is conducive to meditation, this area of the subconscious also begins to improve. As we improve food intake and elimination processes, we stop storing up poisons in our cells. As stored poisons are released within the body, they are eliminated regularly. This more physical area of the subconscious mind is also improved through proper breathing, proper posture, hatha yoga, getting plenty of sun, exercise, walking, and all of the many wonderful things that benefit the physical body. Add to your contemplative lifestyle a craft. working with your hands and doing a craft as a hobby, taking physical substance and turning it into something different, new and beautiful. This kind of creativity is important in remolding the subconscious mind. It is also symbolic. You are actually remolding something on the physical plane and, by doing so, educating yourself in the process of changing the appearance of a physical structure, thus making it easier to change the more subtle mental and emotional structures within your own subconscious mind. And that's it for today's lesson. Take care of yourselves, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Om Namah Shivaya.